celebrates the feast of Saints Simon and Jude this week. They were apostles and martyrs whose stories are less known, but whose faith brought the message of Christ to the world. EWTN Vatican reporter Benedicte Cedergren has more.
It's a very moving story because these two men, without having the same spotlight or all the beautiful artworks like we see for Peter and for John, or even Judas gets a lot of art, these two figures who, in their own quiet and in many ways anonymous way, managed to give so much. They gave their lives. They went out into the world. And they're a good example for all of us who maybe don't get the spotlight on us, but we can still evangelize. We can still be part of the team.
The Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and John speak to the closeness of Saints Simon and Jude to Jesus. Said to be the least known among the apostles, Saint Simon the Zealot and Saint Jude Thaddeus are understood to have been Jesus' cousins, chosen to be among the 12 apostles who were later sent out to evangelize the world. Believed to have been brought to Rome by Saint Helena, the mother of the Emperor Constantine the Great, who legalized Christianity in the Roman Empire, the relics now rest in one of the greatest churches in Christianity.
St. Peter's Basilica has these sort of relatively unknown, amazing relics of two extra apostles, besides St. Peter, obviously. But their voyage, just like much of their lives, is very mysterious. Saint Simon and Jude, they died perhaps in Beirut, perhaps in Persia, perhaps in Edessa, and they've made their way, as far as we understand, in the 4th century after the legalization of Christianity. They made their way to Rome.
A relic of the arm of Saint Jude Thaddeus, who is nicknamed the patron saint of hope and impossible causes, is normally housed in another Roman church, San Salvatore in Lauro. Since last fall, the relic has traveled on pilgrimage throughout Mexico and the United States, visiting over 100 cities. The 9-month tour began with one additional purpose alongside the usual intentions presented to St. Jude for intercession: full recovery from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic.
I have seen hundreds of people, maybe thousands, come in and then proclaim subsequently a testimony of healing. I had a phone call 2 days ago. Somebody with stage 4 cancer was sent home for hospice care, and they came to the event. They came to actually this St. Jude event. They touched the reliquary and subsequently felt a whole lot better. They went to the doctor and they're cancer-free.
The relic will be back in Rome for the 2025 Jubilee of Hope, starting on December 24, where millions of pilgrims attending the Jubilee will have the opportunity to venerate and pray with the relic of this powerful intercessor. In the meantime, it is currently in Colorado and has stops in Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, and Indiana before returning home to Rome. In Rome, Benedicte Cedergren, EWTN News Nightly.